Guys, what's going on? We're live and direct. We're at Muscle Beach. This is the original gym that Arnold was training at. So basically you got the beach here, and then you got another original Santa Monica beach where there's a lot of calisthenic stuff, which I might show you guys after, but this is where a lot of the weight training stuff is happening. This is the Mecca, like they call it, of bodybuilding. A lot of history happened on these floors. So the machines are different, you know, over the years, which I'll post on the screen, but this is where a lot of this stuff happens. So I'm gonna take you guys through an upper body session. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're out in the sun. There's some cool stuff going on in the background, and we'll do it. So I like to start my upper body workouts with some shoulder warm-ups, but this also ties into getting more volume for the chest. Basically something to help with that overhead reach. Warms with the shoulders nicely for the pressing that's gonna come, and we're gonna do some pulls as well.
All right, guys, so here we are, first lift of the day. This is a lift I've actually never done before, so I was happy to try it out. I felt like a kid in a candy store. It was the plate-loaded bench press, and you guys are probably wondering, why is he not going all the way down? If I go too low on this machine, my shoulders just dump forward, so I was just cutting the range a little bit short, but it's still decent range of motion. I could still feel my pecs lengthen. It's still a great lift altogether. So start off with that. As far as the foot position, felt pretty solid, even though I changed on the next set. But overall, what I really like about this lift is it's a converging press. So it's not just up and down. It goes in a little bit like you're doing dumbbells. And for the second set, I actually elevated my feet because I found that my ribs were flaring a bit too much on the last set. So this just helped me keep my knees above my hips, so my ribs were in a bit of a better position. Trying to get pauses at the bottom. And yeah, it's a very solid lift altogether. I would personally do this if I had this at my gym, but I don't. And the loading potential is really high. So it really feels like a dumbbell press, except it's more stable. So really like this lift. I'm a big fan of it. Very safe as well. You feel way more stable than dumbbells, and that's just that. The sun was really in my face, that's why I had the hat like that. And the person filming this video today and the person I was training with was my mom. So, you know, a big shout out to her. She's been very active all her life. You know, she's 7 years old, so she's always been my biggest inspiration, 100%, because obviously she raised me. And yeah, so she's super strong. I actually train her too in Montreal. So it's always good vibes with her, and it was nice to have her by my side for the session. So now I moved on to some cable rows. Really like this lift. I like the stability I have. I like how I could just place my feet and I don't have to think too hard. I could just go, and I'm doing it more of a low row style, so I'm rowing it to my belly button and really fries my my lats along with my mid back. So I'm a big advocate of this exercise. Anybody who could do like the whole stack on this with reasonable form should have a pretty good back, and the same thing can apply with the pull downs as well. So we did a press horizontal, we did a horizontal row, and now we're on some vertical stuff. So I've never tried this machine either, so give it a try. It's a plate loaded machine press, and the machine actually presses slightly in front of you, so it feels a little bit like a landmine. But overall, really like this. There's a big drop off in weight at the bottom, that's why I'm going so heavy, but actually it gets harder when you reach the top. So it's a very interesting profile. It's very different from like a dumbbell, but overall, like I really felt my delts on this. Great exercise. So now we went on to the lat pull down. And what's nice about this when you're working with somebody is you don't have to adjust any weights like with plates or anything. You could just adjust the pin and it's just easy. So if ever you're training with somebody and let's say you're short on time or you don't want to have to do all these modifications, you could just do a basic lat pull down for your back training and a basic cable row. It's going to help you get the job done in way less time and all you have to do is literally just adjust the pin. So like I mentioned on IG today, this is one of my favorite back exercises. I always connect it well with the wide grip pull down. I personally don't lock out my elbows to the top. That's just a personal preference. Keep the soft elbows and just drive down. And I was always a big fan of this. Now, can't go wrong. This is a basic upper body session, by the way. So you can't go wrong with the basic push down. So I like lifting where I really explode on the concentric and I control on the eccentric. So I see a lot of guys and gals, they're lifting and they go way too slow on the concentric. So you really want to make sure that you're just squeezing into position, get a nice pause, and then you ramp up with the eccentrics. So I connect very well with this as well. On these, I'm really trying to keep my shoulders down as far away from my ears as possible. I don't want to have a shruggy style push down, but overall the activation on these is great. The cables felt really smooth. The vibe overall, the ambiance at Muscle Beach is just good. Some people, a lot of tourists were training around me, and talking to a few people. I spoke to a guy from Germany, spoke to a guy from Austria. Anyways, and I finished off with just one set of pull-ups just because I just felt like it. And I think I got like 20 reps on these wide grips and no pauses, just touch and go. But these felt really good. As far as body weight's concerned, I'm still at 195. So I'm still holding on to some, decent body fat, but it's all good. I was on a vacation with some family, so it felt really nice. I'm gonna post the whole thing on socials, which I already posted my my experience with the hiking and stuff, but you'll see the full experience, the restaurants, this and that, very soon. So one set of pull-ups, that's it. It felt really good. I think I get one more here. If you guys are wondering, in the background, there was actually an Olympic weightlifting competition, which was pretty cool. So guys doing like heavy snatches, girls doing like heavy jerks, and finished off with some bicep curls. You guys have probably seen me do this in the past. I really like this variation where, as opposed to alternating, which I still incorporate sometimes, I really am a fan of you hold two dumbbells, but you just curl one at a time. And you could use that opposite dumbbell for the extra stability with the obliques, and you can just fry one arm at a time with no rest between reps. It's just right arm, let's say you do 12 reps, really fight for that 13th, and then you go right to the other arm. So really big fan of this.
All right guys, we're officially done upper body workout at Muscle Beach. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a great time. Got a nice little tan while we're at it, and enjoy some family time, so that's always good to do as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As far as what I rate this gym, I think I really like the ambiance. It's really, the equipment is really rough, which I like. Some old school pieces in there, cable stations, some plate loaded stuff, as you obviously saw in the video and in the background. So I highly recommend it if you're a meathead like myself. And that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. See you guys soon.